Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading. For this reading I am using the Tarot of the Abyss because Harry and Meghan have seemingly got themselves into a rather difficult situation, a bit of a mess, through their Russian connections. The Daily Mail has been digging into it, reminding us all about the two billionaires, the property deals with the two Russian billionaires that the Harcourts had. First of all, with Yuri Milner, who was the Russian billionaire. They fled to his house anyway, Vancouver Island in Canada, when they left the royal family so abruptly, Megxit. They took refuge there. He allegedly is a friend of David Foster, who for a while was Prince Harry's second father. Didn't last long. And then they wound up being sheltered again somewhat by a second Russian billionaire, Sergei Grishin, the owner of Mudslide Mansion in Montecito. He'd been trying to offload it for years. He allegedly is a very violent man, a thug. His ex-wife has been severely assaulted by him, from what I can recall from one of that article. And both of them seem to have very dodgy links to dodgy lawyers, offshore bank accounts, Putin. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for Harry and Meghan going out and publicly criticizing the invasion of Ukraine while they are deeply connected to Russian billionaires, seemingly, allegedly quite dodgy billionaires. So I want to know who is the one of Harry and Meghan who brought the Russian contacts to the relationship. Was it Meghan and her nautical past? Was it Prince Harry, who is in some kind of dodgy business dealings with them? Then I want to know what's in it for the Russians. Is it simply that the cachet of saying, well, Harry and Meghan stayed in my house, in my mansion in Montecito, or my mansion in Canada when they left the royal family, they bought the mansion from me, seemingly in a rather curious way because Harry and Meghan's names are not on the title deeds in California. Nobody has been able to quite get to the bottom of that deal. Seems to be possibly a little bit shady. So what's in it for the Russians? And then what's hidden from us? What does the universe want to tell us about this? Possibly such things as are the Russians spying on Harry and Meghan and thus the royals. We know that the royals are very reluctant to do any form of, and I'm just going to have to stop and have a cough. Excuse me for that. My throat is still a bit scratchy from the fire we had a few days ago, which is thankfully out. The royals are very wary of being involved in Zoom calls with Harry and Meghan, regular phone calls, anything like that, because of privacy issues. Is it because they think that Russians have put cameras and mics and things around? So when the Queen is having a chat with Prince Harry and talking about things, the Russians are listening in. Could be. Not secure, obviously, at all. And we know that Harry was bamboozled by the fake Greta phone call from the Russian pranksters. So it's all possible. And then the outcome for Harry and Meghan of this unfortunate association. How is it going to affect their reputation going forward? So the Russians today, and 5-card reading using the Tarot of the Abyss to see who was the royal involved, the ex-royal, former royal. What are the Russians getting out of this? What is hidden from us? Could be things like spying, and the outcome for Harry and Meghan. That's what's going on there. An interesting card that's come out as the underlying energy of this reading is the Empress, and that is the Queen. Normally, in these Harry and Meghan readings, the Empress, Her Majesty the Queen, royals, obviously, in the royal family sense of the royals, mothers as well. Meghan was, of course, allegedly a new mother when they fled with Archie, and then was allegedly pregnant at Mudslide Mansion. So there could be things about that the Russians know, but I think more that the Empress is about the Queen. It's about the royal family, and it is also about the Harkles wanting abundance, because the Empress is about abundance, about lots and lots of stuff. So not in a negative way, but so there's quite a few things that are coming off that card for me. But the main thing for me reading it is that it is the Queen. The Queen is involved here at some level, and the royal family is involved here at some level. It's not in reverse. It's not entirely shady, but let's see what else is going on in this reading. So the heart of the matter. What is the issue with the Russians? We get the Queen of Cups in reverse. And the Queen of Cups is a woman who is very loving, very kind, very empathetic, sympathetic, sentimental. When she's in the reverse, she's a little bit crazy. She is a little bit crazy and out of control, and possibly it has a lot to do with our friend Meghan Markle and her mental health issues, her ups and downs, and her need to run away from the Empress and get away from the Empress in that erratic, ill thought through, ill advised running away from the royals, because maybe she was going to be exposed for things to do with the Empress energy of maternity and motherhood. She didn't want to have exposed. So a rash act, an emotionally charged act of running away. I'm not saying sinister here. I'm seeing overwrought. I'm seeing irrational, acting out of impulse, acting out of feelings, acting out of hurt feelings, rather than being in cahoots with Russians. So far, whatever Sedan says about the Russian connection being very sinister for Harry and Meghan, so far not according to these cards, but let us see which of them was the one with the connection. If we can figure it out, if the cards can tell us. The Emperor. Looks like Harry. Male energy there. Harry. Does not seem to have come from Meghan's side. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with her alleged yachting past, what is rumoured to have happened. And let's put the disclaimer out there. This is just a tarot reading for entertainment purposes. These are all just my opinions. Please form your own opinions. But there is the Emperor. There is a male energy who wants to be king. And as I said that, I got such a chill. It's coming from, according to these cards anyway, it's coming from Prince Harry and his desire to be king of the world. That's where it's coming from. Somehow, someone maybe whispered in his ear that they could help him into a position of great importance, great status. Something's come to me now, something weird, a weird memory that I read a while back. Somebody said that there had been a movement at some stage to make Prince Harry the King of Russia, the Tsar of Russia. He, of course, has connections to the Russian royal family, which he seemed blissfully unaware of. But they were thinking if they restored their own monarchy, he would be the one that they would single out. There it is. It's rather a Russian-looking emperor. if you look closely at it, Rasputin looking emperor. How very curious. That's a very curious card, a very strange energy coming off it. A lot of his anger. The emperor is very egotistical, very angry even when he's upright, very confident of his own importance, overconfident about his own importance. There he is in conflict with the Queen. I'm actually quite stunned by this. Anyway, on we go. Let me recover myself a bit. Luckily, I have notes and I know what the cards are, because otherwise I would just be struck dumb right now. So what are the Russians getting in return for this free accommodation for Harry and Meghan? Well, free accommodation in the first home, and then a real bargain basement home in the second one in Montecito. What are the Russians getting from? Wow. Chilling card, death. Death doesn't literally mean death most of the time. It means complete change and transformation, ending of something, a bad ending of something, something that they don't like, something that they feel threatened by. They don't like, they don't. There she is, very abundant. The Empress is very abundant, very creative, very nurturing, very lovely energy. And there is the Death card, also depicted as a female energy, trees, withering that tree, stopping that tree from growing. Wow, major arcana coming out here so far. Quite scary cards coming out here. So for the Russians, this was a big deal. This wasn't just, oh well, I want to inflate the value of my property by saying that Harry and Meghan stayed here, put a little plaque on, like they put plaques on famous buildings where Charles Dickens lived. No, it's not about that. It's much more sinister than that, much more sinister than that. Wow, okay. So what's hidden from us? I think a lot's hidden from us here, but what else is hidden? What else does the universe want to tell us? Me, in my humble way, I was thinking, oh, maybe the Russians were spying on the royals. That's as as wicked as I could imagine, but it seems more wicked than that. So what else does the universe want to tell us? The Nine of Swords. A lot of stress and worry around this, a lot of mental anguish around this. Whoever is involved in this is now very anxious about it, very worried about it. Does not seem to be going the way they thought it was going to go. And well, look at what is going on in the world. And you can come out and pontificate about it, but your actions speak louder than words, and it's very easy for the Daily Mail to write an article saying that Harry and Meghan stayed in the property of two rather notorious Russian billionaires, and so far there haven't been any legal letters threatening legal action. There haven't been any court cases about this, just like, as everyone relentlessly points out, the bullying articles written particularly in the Times newspaper. Harry and Meghan have never sent any cease and desist letters. They have never sued the journalist in question. And so far this seems to have gone unchallenged. This is causing a lot of worry. Somebody thought that he was going to be, as I say, the king of the world. They had ideas more than he was aware of, and he may now be beginning to regret his association with them, because he now sees what they are capable of. That card came out in my reading that I did on the situation in Eastern Europe. If I actually, well, I have used the word in this reading. When I use certain words in these readings, it takes literally hours to process the videos that I upload, which is why sometimes my numbering goes awry. That gets out of sync. And that's just, by the way, not your problem, my problem. But thank you for those of you who do point out from time to time when it does go awry. I do eventually realize, read your comments and fix it. So the outcome for Harry and Meghan does not look good with the Death card and the Nine of Swords. The outcome of this association for them. Wow. Wow, Ten of Swords. Brutal. A brutal fall from grace, ruin, devastation. Absolutely. The big sign in the background was Tess. And Ten of Swords. It's going to end very badly for them. Very, very badly. It just looks so bad. It's publicly acknowledged how bad it is. They can't really rewrite this to make it look better from their point of view. It is what it is. And it is what it is in the sense that it is going to cause them a lot of harm, maximum harm with the Ten of Swords, harm to their reputations, harm to their hopes. This hope is going to end like that. Rest assured. A lot of people are worried that somehow Harry is going to sneak into some kind of weird pseudo-royal role in the US. A lot of conspiracy theories around that and prophecies and things like that that people dredge up. Nostradamus type of prophecies. The Emperor, Ten of Swords. She underlies all of this. The Empress. And the Empress, I'm getting more than just the royal family, more than just the Queen. I'm almost getting a Rule Britannia vibe from the Empress, for what it's worth, just putting it out there. So it does seem it was inspired by the Queen of Cups, in reverse, by mental health moment, upset, tremendous upset, Meghan in particular. Harry had his own aspirations which were fostered by them. They had their own, the Russians had their own idea of what they wanted to do to the royals. But currently the situation for probably both of them is, oh no, this wasn't such a good idea. And yeah, it wasn't such a good idea because the outcome is very, very bad. It is the worst possible outcome for Harry and Meghan. And I have to say that I am very pleased to see it. And I have just been nudged to look, as I'm frequently being nudged in these readings now, to look at the next card at the bottom of the deck, the Sun in reverse, Harry and Meghan, the Sun in reverse. Ill fortune when the Sun is in reverse, great unhappiness, great misfortune, great loss when the Sun is in reverse, and just really the Sun setting on their ambitions, their very great ambitions that seemingly were fostered by those Russian billionaires. So that's a reading. Quite a reading, and thank you for watching. I'm going to totter away now and recover from this, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow.